And I train brains, not fix them. Your brain is not broken. Yes, your brain is not broken. I am a motivational mindset, trauma, and healing coach because I believe that your experience and your opinion matters. So if we're going to have a wellness and wealth summit, I thought the best thing to talk about today would be seasons, cycles, and success. How about that? So can I entertain you all for just a minute and have your attention, and maybe if all of him comes through and none of me, hopefully you'll be changed. All right? So the first thing I want to talk to you about is I need you to ask yourself, who is your enemy? For some, it's the powers of darkness. I'm a believer, so I believe it's Satan. For some of you, it might be yourself, depending on where you sit in the process. So let's break down what is a season, what is a cycle, and how does that determine your success? A season is a transformational maturation process in the cycle of life. So that's a season, right? A cycle is a series of events that are regular, repeated in the same order over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
What's the definition of insanity? Right? Doing something over and over again and expecting the same results, right? So what's that tell us? That's a cycle. A cycle is insanity. A season is maturation. Why does that matter? Because there's also another definition now for a cycle. It's a complete set or series. Because you will put yourself in a cycle, God will put you in a season, and you will call that cycle your season and confuse the two. And that's why it's important for us to identify what's going on, because it's hindering your success. So can I talk to you for a second about some limiting beliefs? Okay, our 3 goals, if you are really going to be wealthy and successful, our job here is to develop relationships, to have a purpose, and to leave a legacy. But the problem, if we stop with just wealth, is that wealth is one piece of the pie. You are not after wealth. So I want to dismantle, because I came to disrupt your mindset. Because that's what's going to change you. That's what's going to get you out of that insanity of the cycle. And it's going to put you in your seasons. Okay? And that is the fact that it's not wealth that we're after, it's abundance. So what is your limiting belief that's keeping you from your abundance? The limiting beliefs that in science we found, there is not a person who's ever stepped foot in my office that hasn't said, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not worthy enough, I don't have enough, or I don't belong. So take a minute and tell yourself about the truth of what it is. And see, when we do that, we're so unbalanced in our mental culture that we miss the mark. Because I go straight to my insecurities, right? When I'm in a place that I'm amongst these powerful people who I look up to, or they're where I already want to be, I go straight to my insecurities. Oh my God, I'm not enough. Oh my gosh, I haven't published a book. Oh, these people are world renowned. But that's not what's limiting my abundance. What's limiting my abundance is actually the fear of what happens when I get it. What are you afraid of? I want y'all to just give me 10 seconds. And I want you literally not to come up in your conscious mind. Because guess what? Your insecurities and your limiting beliefs come from your traumatic experiences, which aren't even housed in the conscious mind. It's housed in your subconscious mind. But guess what? In the Word it says we have not because we ask not, right? So I'm going to give you guys a hack, because I'm the tool giver. Like, my job is to tell you the truth and bring you the tools. So I want you to take 10 seconds. I want you to close your eyes with me. I want you to take 3 deep breaths, and I want you to go, Holy Spirit and subconscious mind, what's keeping me from that dream? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get an answer. has an answer for me? Who would like to share? Vita, share.
I'm not clear enough.
I'm not clear enough, but that's at your insecurity. If you were to be right where you are, if you were to have that $1 million+, right? What would the insecurity be at that point? Can I share mine with you?
Yes.
Mine was, if I achieve the level of success that I know God has destined and written in my book, will I be able to manage the relationships and how they approach me and feel comfortable with the boundaries that I have to set? The answer was no. So guess what my brain did? My brain was like, nope, you gotta stop here. I'm gonna stop you here because you don't know how to deal with that. And I'm gonna stop you here because you don't have the boundaries to deal with the relationships in the way that they're gonna move when you get that. It's not the fact that I feel that these people might be better, smarter, more qualified, more published than I am. It's the fact that can I handle the success that I keep telling myself in my conscious mind I deserve? Why is that important? Because once I realized that when you have a purpose inside of you and a divine destiny, it is not about attracting. I will teach you how to make a vision board. I can make a hell of vision board now. But to a certain extent, while they are wonderful tools, that being the end result is BS. Here's why. Because what you have is already inside of you. It is not about attracting, it's about expanding to receive it. And that's where the wealth comes, because it's not about the wealth, it's the abundance. If you seek abundance, the wealth will follow. Do you know how many wealthy people are out there spending all their money trying to be healthy and buy back their relationships? Now, do you really want to be wealthy? Or do you want to be abundant? Because wealth is having money. But it's also, if that is your goal, it's like saying, you know what? I'm going to plug this nostril because I only really need to breathe out of this. It doesn't make sense. I want you all to breathe with your full breath. I want you all to go home and take what tidbit I've been able to share in this 10 minutes and say, what becomes my insecurity when I achieve my goal? If you are here at a Wellness and Wealth Summit, it's here because you're after being well and hopefully striving for abundance in your life. And if you strive for abundance in your life, you have to look past the money. What do I want my relationships to look like? I want them deep and expansive. I don't have girlfriends, I have tribe. I can be anywhere on this continent. That's my mama sitting there. I can look at her and be like, I want my mommy. And she'll be like, I'm at the gym, join me on the treadmill. I'm here, but I can be to you in this amount of time. There are that many people in my life, anybody in my tribe, I can call them and they will meet me there. They will expand their space to receive me in any form or capacity I'm in, and money cannot buy that. Where are you in your not just financial life, where are you in your spiritual life? Do you feel like it is all up to you to create your destiny and your future? Can you handle that responsibility? Because I sure can't. I'm not big enough, smart enough, good enough, don't have enough for that, and I'm great with those insecurities. But we are not driving the car that we are given the keys to. We are trying to control everything on the outside of us that we don't have any business or control over. And when you get really clear what abundance looks like to you, what does it look like if I go through my whole day that no matter what happens, I don't give away my joy?
All right now.
What happens when I come across my triggers and they don't trigger me anymore? Because I know the truth about who I am destined to be, and money is in my future.
All right now.
But so is love.
Yes.
And so is my health. Because having the time carved out to make my heart strong is just as important as my hustle and grind.
Come on now.
And the truth of the matter is, if I'm doing it right, I won't have to hustle. Because you will expand. You are destined and meant to make space what is already there for you. The dream is not just monetary. the dream is your whole self. So I want you to step into your fear. I want you to talk to your fears and write down your fears, and I want you to address them with truth. See, because my truth wasn't that I didn't have what I needed to get the book out or to coach the famous people, right? The truth was that when I achieved the level of success, vibration, and frequency that God had destined me to achieve, I didn't realize that I didn't have the tools to deal with it. So my goal became different. It was, if my life looks like this, what do I need to hold it? What do I need to hold on to it? Turn your fear into fuel. That's what that is doing. Do it afraid. Because the reality is, fear isn't lack of faith. I want to dispel that. Fear has nothing to do with your faith. Fear has to do with your lack of love. Because perfect love casts out all fear.
Amen.
Come on now.
All right.
Come on.
You don't have a lack of faith. You have a lack of love. Love for yourself, love for your time, love for your people, love for your God. Love.
Jesus.
Step in to your fear and embrace it. It's your fuel. And remember that it might look ugly, but if you're doing it right, it's just a season.
All right now.
Thank you.